Hi everybody, welcome back to the Get Lit Masterclass, video number 3. And again, I'm Jamie. I'm a coach that helps women transform their relationship with alcohol so you can get back in control. So if that's what you're wanting to do, you're in the perfect place, and I'm so happy to have you here. If you haven't watched video 1 and 2, please go back and do that because it just gives you a really good foundation moving forward. But just to recap, video number 1, we talked about why we drink, why we overdrink, and why it's so hard for many of us to quit. And then in video number 2, we talked about unlearning the desire to drink so that we could help facilitate our bodies and our minds to let go of the cravings and the urges and make more empowered choices around our drinking. And then we briefly discussed some natural ways of raising our dopamine levels in the brain so we could just feel better naturally. In this third video, I'm going to be talking about 4 meta skills that are going to transform your relationship with alcohol. And I call them meta skills because not only do they transform your relationship with alcohol, but they can also transform any area of your life where you're feeling disempowered or stuck in a rut. They empower you to make the changes and the choices that need to be made to really create and design the life that you want in any area of your life. So, before we dive into the material, I just want to take this opportunity to invite you to participate in my 45-day Get Lit group masterclass starting October 8th. And you're going to see a link below this video. And if you click that, it's going to tell you all about what's involved in this group coaching program, what you get in the group coaching program. You are going to walk away from the program not only feeling physically and emotionally and spiritually just incredible, but you're also going to be able to have a much greater understanding of what is going on when it comes to your relationship with alcohol. You'll be able to understand why you're sabotaging yourself, how you're sabotaging yourself, and how to make better choices more consistently around alcohol. And it's going to also allow you to make an empowered choice as to how much or how little you want to drink moving forward, and really being able to tap into a higher, deeper source of inspiration and motivation to really make healthier choices around your drinking. So you are going to finish this 45 days feeling empowered, feeling free, feeling hopeful, and feeling vibrant and incredible in your body. What I'm going to do is ask you to take a break from alcohol for 45 days with me. And we are going to have a little community, a supportive community that we're going to be doing this all together. We're going to be I'm going to be providing you lessons on all of these topics. We're going to be doing group coaching calls. You're going to get personal work with me, personal time with me, to really dive deeper into these meta skills, into your relationship with alcohol, so that you can get the clarity that you need to really make some empowered choices and changes around your alcohol. And then at the end of the 45 days, you are going to have the choice to decide how you want to move forward when it comes to your relationship with alcohol. This is not about like quitting forever or me. The only person that knows your relationship with alcohol and what you need to do, how much or how little you need to drink, is you. You know, and I think taking a break and stepping back and really looking at it from an outside perspective and really investigating what's going on is going to allow you to make the right choice. And I can also show you how to drink in moderation if that's the choice that you decide. I personally decided to completely give up alcohol forever because it takes up a lot less energy, a lot less mental space, a lot less emotional energy when I don't have to think about managing my drinking. Because for me, it takes a lot of energy to manage my drinking. I typically, if I don't stay super aware, I overdrink. Plus, I don't like drinking in moderation. To me, 1 or 2 glasses of wine isn't worth it. I want the whole bottle. So I've personally made the choice to cut it out entirely from my life. And so Ultimately, I'm going to teach you how you can do that and feel really, really excited about that choice. But also, the other alternative is to go back to drinking in moderation. And I have a couple tools and techniques that are going to show you how to do that as well. So this isn't about, like I said, labeling yourself as an alcoholic and giving it up forever. It's just about stepping back and taking a 45-day break with me and a supportive community of like-minded people. And we are going to dive deep and take this 45 days to really be self-reflective and to get some daily practices down and a plan to help you, empower you in your relationship with alcohol. So, with that being said, please go down, hit that button below, and it's going to bring you to a page that tells you all about what you get, how much the beta course costs, and when it starts and all the details. So please fill that out. I'd love to see you there October 8th. So let's dive in to video number 3, the 4 meta skills for transforming your relationship with alcohol. Number 1, we need to learn how to retrain our brains. So, examining and reframing your drinking thinking is going to totally change everything for you, because our thoughts are the first thing that causes us to have the feelings that we do and the emotions that we do. So our thoughts actually create our feelings and our emotional state. And our emotional state actually produces the actions that we take. And obviously the actions we take equal the results that we have in our lives. So the first part of that formula is our thoughts. And if we can change our thinking and change our belief systems, we can change the way we feel and ultimately change how we act, how we behave, and the results that we get in our life. So this is a really, really exciting meta skill to learn. And then number 2, learning how to process emotions in a healthy way. Feeling to heal, okay? I'm gonna go into more detail here, but number 3, following your heart. So learning how to develop a pure and loving connection and conversation with your source, with your deepest self, your highest self, is really, really important. And then number 4, learning how to live into a new possibility, meaning how to create the life, design and create the life that you want, and to live into that new life. Because your being determines your doing. So retraining the brain. In my course, we talk about unlearning the desire to drink, which we also talked about in video number 2, but we dive even more into other techniques and things that will help you to ride those urge waves, to surf the urge waves. We also go into liminal thinking, because not only do we want to affect and stop our cravings on a physical level, but we also want to change our beliefs and our thinking about drinking so that we can feel really good emotionally about it. So that is where liminal thinking comes in, which is the art of creating change by understanding, shaping, and reframing beliefs. This is a meta skill because, again, if there's any area of your life that you want to change, it really comes down to changing your thinking, reframing, reprogramming your thinking and your belief systems so that you can really make the changes that you want. If you remember in the first video, I said, we grow up thinking all these things and believing all these things about alcohol, that it provides relief, that it's fun, it's cool, it's just this wonderful stress reliever, right? So in the art of liminal thinking, what we do is we take your beliefs, we break them down, and we reframe them. We look at it from a scientific level, like, is it actually true that alcohol causes relief? Or is it something that it's a lie and alcohol makes you feel like it's providing relief, but it's not actually doing that in the body? So we kind of look at the science behind it. We look at, the results, and we look at changing those beliefs and getting kind of under the hood, because essentially if we don't change or reframe those beliefs, they remain under the surface, just like that iceberg in video number 1, and they continue to cause you that cognitive dissonance that keeps you stuck. So reframing, we have to actively examine the thoughts and the beliefs that are keeping us stuck and then determine the truth with a capital T. And then practice that new belief until it becomes, until it sticks. The second meta skill is learning how to process our negative emotions, because truly the way out is the way through. For most of us, we have grown up hearing things like, not just from our parents, but just from society, from the adults around us, or even the kids around us. They're saying, stop crying, suck it up, be strong, be a big girl. And what that does is it has trained us or programmed us to hide our emotions, to cover them up, to run from them, to ignore them. And pretty soon what happens is we even learn how to detach from our emotions to where we don't even know what's going on for us. We're so used to stuffing and hiding our true feelings that we're so out of touch with what's really happening for us. And all that's left is just this icky feeling, and we don't know why we feel the way we feel. So what we do is we use things like alcohol and cigarettes and food and overworking to buffer us because we don't feel good emotionally and we don't know how to feel better. So the first step is truly cultivating some emotional intelligence so that we can identify what's really going on for us and learning how to feel it. And then the second thing we need to do is really learn how to hold space and learn to allow and process these emotions so they can really flow through us and not get stuck in our bodies. Third is moving the emotional energy through the body, because emotion is energy in motion. It wants to move. And when we don't allow it to move, when we don't know how to allow those emotions to move through us and to process them in a healthy way, they actually end up getting stuck in our bodies, and they cause that, uneasy feeling, that those feelings of anxiety and stress. A lot of times that's just a bunch of unprocessed emotions that are just stuck in our body, giving us that uneasy, icky feeling. So using our bodies as an outlet for emotional energy is a really powerful way of processing. And in the program, we talk all about how to do this. Third skill, following your heart. Now, what I mean by the heart, when I say the heart, when I say follow your heart, I just mean following your soul, following your divine connection, following that part of you that's like the highest version of you, following the God within you. So what that takes is really developing heart intelligence, that connection with you and that divine self, with you and your heart, letting it lead and guide you and allowing you to live your highest expression, your highest fulfillment, your highest joy. Because when we're connected, we want for nothing else than to just follow our bliss. We have to learn to come to our center and be grounded in our heart and led through our heart. So what that does when we can learn how to connect to the heart is that it allows you to tap into your truth, because your truth is different from my truth. And you know what feels really, really icky is not following your heart, not following your truth, following everybody else's ideas of what you need to be doing, what you need to be saying, how you need to be living. And a lot of times, that's one reason why we overdrink, is because we're not connected to our heart and we're not following our bliss. We don't know what our purpose is. We don't know why we're doing what we're doing. And so connecting to the heart and allowing the heart to really speak to us and guide us is a huge, huge skill. Another word for that could be intuition. So it's really tapping into your intuition and letting that guide you through life. And then 3, in the program, we develop a daily practice that's very personalized and it nourishes your highest self. So we work on developing a daily practice where you can really connect to your heart and allow it to lead and guide you. It's incredibly powerful. And again, another meta skill that's going to lead you in the direction of really creating and designing a life of your dreams. And then the fourth meta skill is learning how to live into a new possibility. So another way of saying that is learning how to design and create a future that you really, really want, that your heart wants, that your soul wants, and how to actually live into that and make it happen. So the first thing we have to do is learn how to let go of all of the other junk, the past, the stories that we've created, the meanings that we've made everything mean. We have to learn how to let all that go. And then we also have to learn how to forgive ourselves, forgive other people, forgive, and have a lot of self-compassion and compassion for others. So really developing and cultivating that self-forgiveness and that self-compassion, which is going to allow you to let everything else go and really create a new future self. You get to choose how you want to feel, how you want to think, how you want to act, which in turn gives you the results that you want to experience. So I'm going to teach you in this module how to actually generate new good feeling emotions so that you can feel the way you want to feel all the time. Now, I want to ask you, I want you to maybe get a little bit quiet. Maybe if you have something to write down with, or, pull out your journal, or maybe you just want to close your eyes and kind of think about this. But I really want you to take a moment and think about your ideal future self. I want you to think about who you want to be. What kind of a person do you want to be? What kind of values and character do you want to have? What kind of a mother do you want to be? What kind of a lover do you want to be in 1 year? In 5 years, in 10 years? I want you to imagine your ideal future self. Who is that? What does she look like? How does she behave? What kind of house is she living in? Who are her friends? What is she doing with her time? And these are just some images to kind of spark some of the things that maybe inspire you. But what are the hobbies or habits that you want to have? Does your ideal future self have? What kind of relationships does she have? What kind of habits has she created in her life? And then I want to ask you, is the current path that you're on leading you towards that vision? Is it leading you towards your ideal future self? Your ideal self-expression? Because remember, in video number 2, those grooves and those rutted paths that you've created in your life, those habit loops of drinking alcohol, of over drinking, are they taking you where you want to go? I mean, this path is certainly the easy path. It's familiar, it's predictable, it's easy. You know what you're going to get if you continue doing what you're doing. But then on the other hand, there's this whole other dream life that you want to create for your life, right? Your ideal self. And it can be scary to forge a new path because it's unfamiliar. It's, to be honest with you, kind of uncomfortable at the beginning. And it's scary. But it leads you to your dream life. So the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to make a change? And if you are, I want to invite you to hit the button below this video, learn more about the 45-day group coaching program that we're going to be doing starting October 8th. I would love and be so honored if you would fill out your name and information and sign up to be a beta tester for my course. This is going to be a life-changing 45 days for you. And again, just inviting you to step back and take a little break from alcohol. Give your mind, your body, your liver a break. You're going to have a ton of support, a ton of accountability. And we're going to really examine your relationship with alcohol so that you can make an empowered choice as to what you want to do next, how you want to live your life, how you want to create your life. It's going to leave you feeling empowered, feeling free, feeling excited for your future, feeling vibrant and alive. And I really, really would be honored if you would join me. So again, thanks so much for watching this video series. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on Facebook at Get Lit Facebook page, or you can email me at coachjamiepettis@gmail.com, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, and we will talk very soon.